Well, hello, happy Monday, everybody. Thank you for joining me here on my channel. It's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk. And so I've just been scouring Pinterest to find something interesting to do with you tonight. I had seen a fancy fold that I liked the look of, pinned it, went to try and have a go with it and could not figure it out. So then searched for another one, found another one. Um, that I saw the picture and I've kind of like figured out the measurements. So although I've been inspired by somebody who I found on Pinterest, and I'm happy to share the name of them, I think there's somebody who creates templates for cricut, whatever you want to call it. Her name is Ray Carr, and you can go and I think purchase the pattern off Etsy. RAECARR, that's her name, Ray Carr. And you can just, yeah, I think it's in the UK it costs £3.16 to download this pattern so that you can just cut it out using your Cricut. But looking at the picture, I've kind of sort of figured out how to do it with my trimmer. And because we have that fabulous arm on our trimmer, which means you can kind of use the blade sort of halfway down your page and so on, I think I figured it out. So I did a little search for a stamped one sheet wonder that I've done a while ago. Could kind of classify it as masculine or whatever. It's got fishes on it. I thought it'd be fun to have a go doing that today with you and hopefully demystify it a little bit, the measurements. And I've kind of drawn it out so I can take a photograph and put it on Artful Stampin Space. Right, I'm just moving mugs around because I can only cope with one mug by me. There's a danger of things toppling if I have too many mugs. There, so let's sort the desk view out, move that over. There we go. I can't see, I need to refresh the chat. Don't know what's going on here, can't read what anyone's saying. I'll have a quick look over on YouTube. Hello everybody, hi Jackie, Ida, Valerie, Wendy, Judy, Jan. Hello Jan. Carol, Hazel, great to see you. Hi Anne. Heather, have I said everybody? I hope I've said everybody. There we go. Right. So this is the pattern or the template, and there's something else. I want to put another section on there as well, but I'll do that when I actually make it. So you need to have a piece of cardstock, or I mean, I guess you could use DSP. I've just done DSP to do my mock-up that measures 6 by 10 inches, and let me see if that's easily translatable into centimeters. I guess potentially it is if you did yeah, if you had a piece of paper that measured 15, hold on, no. 25 centimeters by about 15. I guess you could do it that way. Right, so I've got this piece that I stamped a while back and thought it would be nice to pair it up with some nice coloured cardstock. I'm trying to see what I used here. I used Pretty Peacock. I think is that Granny Apple, I think. Giving my glasses a bit of a clean. Anyone remember when I stamped this? I think it's got a bit of Coastal Cabana in there. I don't think it's one of the other new colours. Stamped a little while ago. I think I'm going to go for Pretty Peacock. The only thing is it's going to be quite dark for you to see where I'm scoring, but I will let you know what's happening. Right, so I need a piece that measures by 10 inches. And then the first score that you need to do is at 4 inches. And then, I don't know if you may find it easier to do your cut marks first of all, but basically I'm turning it around so that there's my 4-inch section there. I'm going to turn it around so I've got the longer leftover piece against my trimmer, like so, and I'm moving it up to the 1-inch mark here. Then I need to put my score blade out the way and put my score blade at the 1-inch mark, and you can see where it is, it's there, and pull it down to 5 inches. Then lift and move it over and pop it in again. So this edge is at 5 inches, and then do that same movement again, so putting it in at 1 and cutting down to 5. So basically we've got this kind of slit now that's 1 inch from the top and the bottom. Then get rid of the cutting blade and pop the cardstock in at 5 inches and score again between 1 and 5 to connect those up, although I did a little bit extra there. I think I miscalculated that. Oops. I'm just going down a little bit lower. Okay. Then move it up to 6 inches and again score between 1 and 5. Move it to 7 and score the whole lot. Move to 8 and score between 1 and 5. Move it to 9 and score between 1 and 5. So this is what you end up with. You end up with this kind of like window thing here that's got various scores in it. So then we need to, the top and the bottom one needs to have a little fold, a mountain fold in it, so that section there. And then what we're going to do is push this section back here, and then this one forward, and basically you're concertinaing that middle section, so you kind of have to ignore what the other section's doing while you do that. Put that back, and then the whole thing will fold back like so. It's probably at this point it's helpful to get your bone folder and just go over and over those there. Still can't see the chat. I don't know what's going on with. Oh well, I'm going to have to do it this way. There's the chat sort of appearing, not appearing. Oh, okay. Hi everybody who's just joined. I can see your chat now. Oh, my computer's not happy. I had a feeling I should have restarted the computer. It's not very happy with me right now. Okay, let's go there. Hi, who's just come on? Hi Shaz, Monica. There we go, I can see now. Alright, so there we go. We've got this really cool kind of like fancy fold thing. So what I liked about this design was I liked the idea of perhaps putting a larger piece of stamped DSP or stamped one sheet wonder or DSP in this section here. And then the other thing I saw was this like floating mechanism that potentially could go here, or you could have something that just sort of gets stuck on and sticks out. I do like the idea of trying to create like a floating thing there. The only thing is, really I need to have that. Okay, right, I might use what I've got left over here. So my piece of paper that I have left over measures, oh, what's that, 2 1/4. No, I'm not sure that's going to work. Hold on, I just need to refer back to my inspiration. I think what they've done is just stuck theirs on there at that point there. But I really like the idea of it just sitting in there. I'm going to try it and see what happens. I'm just going to cut a piece, cut a square. Oops. What's that? 2 1/4 by, yeah, 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Right, so here I've got my stamped sheet that I did. Trying to see which direction the fishes are going in. I've got these fishes swimming all over the place. Alright, let's cut that down then to 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. That can sit in there. And then, I could use some of that to stick into there, couldn't I? I might just use this section to stick onto this here. Just cut that to 2 1/8 by 2 1/8. Oh, that moved. Oh, didn't want that to do that. Alright, 2 1/8, so that can go on there. And then I just need to cut some sections just to decorate the inside of here, and those are 1 inch wide. So if I was to do these 7/8 wide, I need 4 inches minus 4/8, so that takes it to 3 3/4. And then this section here measures 4 inches, so I'm going to take that down to oh no, hold on, that's not right. That needs to be 3 1/2. Take that down to 3 3/4. Right, sorry, I'll tell you that measurement again. So that's 3 1/2 that way by 3 3/4, and that's because I'm going to be cutting these at 7/8. 1, 2. Oh, can't see you all. Where are you all? Oh, how lovely, Heather. Oh, I don't want to get them out of order. So who's made a card like this before? Because I know some of you have been crafting quite a while, and you've done fancy folds for quite a while as well. So I can't imagine this is new to everybody. No, that one's not working. Let's just go for a new one. No, not that one either. Okay. Sure I've got these correct. Oh, how did that happen? I've got the measurement on that wrong. Oh well. Just giving myself an extra bit of a border at the top and the bottom. So how's everyone's bank holiday been? Anyone got the barbecue lit? Hasn't quite been barbecue weather here. I mean, it'd been nice enough, I think, but I think because the weather hasn't been so great, it's hard to predict if it's going to be nice. Oh, thanks for sharing that, Vicky. Hello, Vicky. Nice to see you. Good morning. I have listed 2 more classes today, the flag book one. So if you are interested in doing classes with me, I've just listed a whole load. So please do check it out. Vicky's just shared something. All right. So what I want to have happen here is to have a bit of a flappy thing. The only thing is, I'm not sure if that's going to work. It means that section, I don't think that's going to work. I wonder if I'm better off just having it as a piece that sticks out. Even having it there. Thing is, how would you have that displayed? See, I quite like it. Kind of as it is, because you get to see all that bit in there. I stuck that on slightly skew-off as well. I don't know, I think I fancy just having another go at this. And also, I wonder if I gave it less there and there, would that work? Oh, it might work. I think I might just draw it out on a piece of paper though to check. Right, here we go. This will help you guys as well if you want to have a pattern. So we're going to go 10 inches there. Score at 4. Then definitely score there. Definitely score here. And definitely cut along here and along here. So those are the definites. And then we also need to score across here. Now the thing that I'm considering is, rather than scoring smack bang in the middle there, is to score slightly shorter there and slightly shorter there, so that I end up with a piece that protrudes a little bit more. So if I was to do that, that would mean scoring at 4, 5, 5 3/4, 7, and then 7 and no 8, 8 1/4, and then 9. Okay, should we try that? Who's sticking with me to see how this works out? We'll try it in Granny Apple Green this time. Hi, Cindy. So let's try this then. So 6 inches by 10 inches. Yes, I saw Lisa. Well, people mentioned that there have been some storms and in the US. I believe that everyone we know are safe, but yeah, thinking of you guys. Right, so score at 4, then, oh, let's just do the cutting business, right, and then turn and cut at between 5 and 1. And then cut between 1 and 5, like that. Then turn and score at there and there. Right, so this is the tricky one. We're going to go for 5 3/4 this time. Then it's 7 and 8 1/4. Then 9. So let's fold there. And then fold that one as well. Even though I know that one's going to go back in a second. And then that one needs to be pushed back. Oop, not that section though. That needs to be pushed back, and that needs to be pushed forward. Oh, hold on, I'll figure out what I'm doing here. That goes forward and that goes back. Yay! Okay, so that's given the, I wanted to have that central piece stick out a little bit more. And that is what has happened. So I'm happy with that. So I want to then cut myself a piece of 2¼ by 2¼ and that's going to be the piece that sticks out like so. Yay! Okay, that works. So to do the mechanism, you can just, actually I've got these two, this little spare piece here, that can be used to make the mechanism. So I'm just going to cut that in half and then fold that in half. That's what I'm going to do my mechanism with. And then I'm going to find another Stamp One Sheet Wonder from which I can decorate. Oh, I'm sure I've got some pretty One Sheet Wonders around. Oh, here's one. I'm going to cut at 3 3/4 by 5 3/4, and then 2 1/8, and 2 1/8. Hi, Mindy. Well, I'm doing it all again anyway, Mindy, so don't you worry. Well, I've done it twice now. But I just changed the setting on this. The setting. I changed the setting. Right, so this time I just need to double check my measurements. I got it wrong on this last time. Oh, actually, I'm going to refer back to the measurements that I have here. So this is now scored at this point. So this here measures 3/4 of an inch, and this measures 1 inch and 1 1.25 inches. And this should measure 4 inches, shouldn't it? Yeah, 2, 3, 4. So let me just double check what I cut that one as last time. Oh yes, I did take off more. Alright, so this needs to be oh no, that's not in. So this needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eighths, and this needs to be 4 and 1, no, not 4, 1 1/8. And by 4 and 7/8. That's for the DSP though. I better draw putting that in pencil. Right. I'm nearly there. I think what would be the nicest piece to have. Oh, I've got to add these all up, haven't I? Oh, goodness. Right, so 5/8 plus 5/8 is 1 1/4. Then 1 1/4 plus 1 1/4 is 2 1/2. So 1, 2 1/2. So 3 3/4. Oh, I hope I'm right. Right. So 3 3/4 by 3 7/8. So then I'm going to cut this one at, double check, 5/8. Then the next one at 1 1/8. The next one at 1 1/8. I should end up with, oh, what did I end up with? 6 8 there. I don't know how I did that. Just going to check the measurement of all that together. They're all together. What is that? 3 1/2. Is that right? Oh no, that's correct. Okay. Let's see if that works. I haven't dared look at your comments. I know what Mindy's thinking. Better Ruth than me. Right. So, does that work? Yay! Hallelujah! Right, so before we stick these in though, we want to hide our mechanism. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue either side, like so. Hi Kenzie! I've cut my thumb now too. Oh yes, Kenzie, you missed the debacle. I managed to have an incident with a grater. It's actually you know, the cut is now dry, it's healing, but it just doesn't look very pleasant. Shaz is hiding from the maths. There we go. Just going to pop a little bit of powder on there to take the tacky away. I overdid it though. Slightly overdid the powder. Alright, so now I can stick that onto there. Oh, plaster's coming apart. The only reason I really have a plaster on this hand is because my nail, because I had an incident with a knife, my nail is sort of cut further down, and so I just am so paranoid about catching it on anything, and I've been doing some crocheting, and I just do not want to catch that nail to have it, you know, come away. So that's why I'm protecting it. It actually doesn't really need a plaster. Well, it does need a plaster. to protect. But it's not, the plaster's not there to stop any bleeding or anything. I don't even pay attention when you're mumbling numbers. If you can figure it out, then there's no hope for mere mortals. I know, I sometimes have comments on this channel going, we couldn't hear what you were saying. I'm thinking, yeah, there's a reason for that. I'm figuring it out. If it's important, I will raise my voice and use my diction techniques so you can hear every word. Right, so I'm going to do that. Over the part, stick that on there. Hopefully that will go in the middle. Yes, that's what I wanted. Give that a little squeeze. Oh, don't move. Yeah, I mean, if anyone wants to see the grated thumb, maybe I could do a like, you know, turn away now if you're squeamish and all that. There we go. So if you design this, you have to make sure that this section here, when folded down, fits into there. So I like this design now. I prefer it to the first one because it allows you to be able to do that with it. How cool. Love it. So I will, although the measurements, I've got various measurements on this piece of paper now, but I'll try and make it a bit more clearer and take a photograph and pop it on Artful Stampin Space. So for those of you who are not over there yet, it's my Facebook group that I do share links to the videos that I do on this channel. Also, I encourage people to share any projects that they've made after watching my channel. And sometimes I do share measurements and so forth. This paper's a little bit crinkly because I used a lot of water on it. So there we go. I quite like that. Alright, so that's the measurement of the, that there's the measurement of the actual, you know what, I'm going to tidy this up. Where's my, I'm going to get rid of that, oh, wrong way around. That's just too confusing. So that measures 5. No, it doesn't. Oh, measures 4 inches. Do that. So it's a bit more obvious where you're meant to cut, and then this is the score lines. I'm going to rub out these pencil marks because those are too confusing. Oh, I watched a classic film yesterday from the 90s. I watched Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves again. I always enjoy watching that. It's, although I put up with Kevin Costner's accent, non-existent British accent. Bless him. But, it's a good action-packed film, isn't it? Right, so I think that's correct. And then so your pieces that you need to cut for here are 5/8, 1 1/8 by, what did I say, by 3 7/8, right, 3 7/8, and then you cut 2, cut 2. All right. Oh, love Robin Hood. Love Robin Hood pot. What are you telling me? Right, there we go. So, my fun fold for today. I quite like that. I'd like to do this with my in-person ladies, but it's going to be fun having to cut out all these bits for them. I mean, I guess you could fold it down that way to keep it a little bit flatter in to post. Oh, did it, Monica? Yeah, we have some nice woodland. Yeah. Actually, Robin Hood was filmed in all sorts of, oh, excuse me, different places in the UK. And I think one of the criticisms of it was that he lands down in the south of England, and then he walks. So the bit with the tree was filmed in Scotland, and then he ends up in Nottingham. So he does this ridiculous out of the way walk to get to Nottingham. Brian says it's nice. You like this one, do you, Brian? Thank you. Now, I was wondering whether to put something along the top and the bottom, but I actually like having it clear. What's the word I want? Blank, contrast, because then it kind of gets you to focus in on what's in the middle. Now, I know I've kind of got Pretty DSP with Pretty DSP as a focal point, but you don't necessarily have to do that. You could just have had a sentiment here instead. Oh, excuse me. I need to cough. Let me just take my Bluetooth down a sec. Monica says she could imagine, yeah, him all hiding out in the trees. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And Alan Rickman, it's always a pleasure to watch Alan Rickman. Even though he's so horrible in the film, he's just such a brilliant performer. Yeah, so this is a bit of an odd one, really, because normally on cards, I guess, you have this is your outside bit, but you could always put a panel there to write your message on there, and then just have that as your. Oh, that's coming away. Oh dear, got to put some more glue on there. Oh, is it sticking? Oh no, it's stuck. Okay. Right, I don't know what we can call this one. It's a whole combination of different looks. It's got this. I love this sort of shutter type idea that Oh, the only other thought I had was maybe to do put some colour, ink blending, some colour around the edge just to make it look a bit more interesting. as a family, we met him while he was filming at Alnwick Castle. As in, you met Alan Rickman? Oh, how awesome. Oh, I met Alan Rickman once in my life. I had to give him a cactus. I still remember meeting him and saying, "Here's a cactus." Oh, you met Kevin Costner. Oh, sure, that was lovely. He seems a real gentleman, Kevin Costner. A collage of folds, yes, it is, isn't it? What is the collective noun for folds? I don't know if it's made that much of a difference, but I had fun doing it. Right. Oh, let's have a look. I'm just trying to see what things are called on Pinterest. Oh no, it's disappeared. About a minute ago. Oh. Oh, lost it. Oh, I don't know what it's called. Oh well, there we go. Right. I don't know whether just to run through with you different classes that I'm doing. If I share my screen with you, so that if anyone has any questions about what I've got coming up. Also, a shout out to my friend Janice. She's just listed a class doing, if you love all those kind of like messy techniques, Jackie, oh, it's because I'm looking at, I can see Jackie commenting. Janice has just listed a class that she's doing. So let me. How can I share screen? Oh, there we go. Screen capture. No, I don't want the screen capture. No. Wrong thing. Source. Window capture. That's what I want. Night, Shaz. Alright, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Oh no, it doesn't look like that. Hold on a sec. It doesn't look like that. I need to show you, not my view. There we go. View public page. There we go. That's better. Alright, let's try that again, everybody. Alright, so when you go to Artful Stampin, this is what it looks like. As you will see listed all the different classes. So the way that you book on is you click, well, you can click on one if you're wanting to read a little bit more about it. So, for example, the Painted Wishes album, you've got a bit of, I try and have a photograph that depicts what I'm doing. So, the Painted Wishes album class, that's available. And so you've got a list of products that you'll need. And then if you want to come to that, you go select, and then you and then if you want to carry on looking at other things, you just go restamping, and there's a bit of an explanation there. So the new ones that I've listed are a repeat of the creating backgrounds one that I did the other day because it was quite popular and a few of you requested to see that. So there's that one. Then the Layers of Beauty class, again, that was requested. Now that I can't show you pictures of what I'm going to do for that one because I'm still thinking about it, but just know that if you've got that bundle, you're going to make 3 cards of that with me using a variety of different techniques. Then the flag book class, again, I've tried to depict as close as possible what it's going to look like. That's pretty much it. And then we've got Stamping Florals, and again this one I've just grabbed something that I did a while ago just to give you a bit of an inkling, but you're going to create 4 12 by 12 layouts using a lot of the stamping techniques that I've taught. What is a flag book? I will show you in a second. Shaz, I'll move your class that you didn't participate in. I'll sort your booking out for that, don't worry. And what else? We've got September. I've kind of scheduled up to September and October, but I will probably be adding more to September and October. It's just I couldn't quite. I need to put some other dates in the diary before I know for sure what dates I've got available. So the flag book, Mindy, is a variation of this one, of that. I actually haven't made the one that you guys are going to be making. I haven't made that one yet because it's a variation of that one, but without that section there. So if you imagine the book sort of was like that, that is what you guys are going to make. So I suggest that you cut out enough product to make 2. Also, the one that you're going to make is slightly larger than this. Where's my? I've got my pieces one in the bag somewhere. Where did I put it? But basically, yeah, yours is going to be slightly bigger. The reason I've changed it is because I didn't like having, you've got a whole one here and a whole one here and then half a one and then whole half. In my mind, I just would like to have it a bit more symmetrical. So, but once you know the process of making it, you can adapt and make it your own. So you can make it like this one. So it's basically a choice of how you stick it, and I'll explain that in the class. So either you can have the flaps all going, in one direction like that, and that is a traditional, bit more of a traditional flag book in bookmaking. And I've also given a measurement for a belly band. What I haven't done is given measurements how to decorate the front or the back if you want to, but I figured that you'd be able to figure that one out. I would recommend that you use DSP, not cardstock, for the construction of the accordion. But once you buy the class, you'll be able to, the instructions are it. I've filmed some instructions, not actually cutting it up, but I've kind of gone through the measurements on a film, and there's a list of measurements on the Google document as well. So there we go. Thank you, Mindy. That's awesome. Yeah, so there we have it. Right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me today for this fancy fold. I'm going to call it the fancy dancy fold because it really is quite fancy dancy, isn't it? But if anyone can come up with a great name for this, please let me know. It's kind of like a shutter, isn't it? That bit. It reminds me of shutters, but it's not really. It's framed accordion fold. Could we call it that? What do you think? Because you have a frame and there's a kind of accordion fold in the middle. Framed accordion. I'm sure the comment section will soon let me know. All right, everybody. A Japanese fold? Ooh. Don't know. There we go. Anyway, I'll leave you with it. Right, take care, everybody. What's today? Tomorrow's Tuesday. Yeah, I should be back tomorrow. With a bit more fun. All right. I'm trying to tell you about, apart from you need a trimmer. Basically, you need a trimmer and some cardstock and some stamped paper. That is basically it. So no, I don't really have a product list for you today. Right, take care, everybody.